So you were speaking about the kinds of discrimination which you faced. So that could you tell us more about from your friends circle that would have debated what other kinds of discriminations usually they face, and how much important that legislation is for them. Could you explain on that?
Yeah, sure. Is it the camera on?
Yeah, it's
Okay. Now, when you ask the question, it was only with me about the profession, about the work, about the duty. In every field, caste discriminates. For example, if there is a low caste boy from India, he falls in love with the high caste girl. He faced not only verbal discrimination, even physical. They take the gundas to his house, break legs and arms.
They do that.
Oh yes. Break the windows and sometimes even kill. Now, because it is 21st century, the children born there, they know the law. Now there are a lot of intercaste marriages taking place. Not because the will of the parents, it is because of the law. The children born there, they know that after the age of 18, all they have to do is pick up the phone and say, my parents won't let me get married to the boy I want to get married. The law there is not like India. The law is their law for everybody. So because the parents don't have option, instead of getting humiliated in their brotherhood, so they are agreeing to get married now. But if you talk in the 60s and 70s, there are a lot of cases where even vice versa, if the low caste girl got married with the high caste boy, because the boy was strong, that's why he want to get married, he will get married. But the girl will be tortured so much by the relation, by the mother-in-law and father-in-law. After 6 months, maximum 1 year, she will say enough is enough. I don't want this life. And she will, not willingly, she will have no choice. And some people or some boys, they will not have the courage to say, okay, I will leave my parents and live separately. So from every point of view, people have suffered there from the caste stigma. Now, very recent example I give you after this law was made. One family from Punjab who happens to be sweeper community, they went to England. They gave education to their children who were born in England, and their son done LLB, so he became a lawyer. A lawyer there has to serve with the established lawyer for 3 years. So that boy, well, he was man at that man started working with the company, which was Indian company. So slowly, because he never put his surname behind his name, so slowly they came to know that he belongs to the sweeper community. Now the company was owned by the high caste. So the other people who were from the high caste, deliberately, when he will be walking around, they will throw the paper on the floor. The other will say to him, hey, why you have thrown the paper on the floor? He will say, yeah, but it's not my job. We have cleaners, we have sweeper here, they will pick it up. So they were taunting that man. In the end, he was taunted so much that he has to resign. But because this law was passed, he's taken the company to the High Court. Now the case is still going on. I don't know what is the decision. But people are suffering in every field because of this caste system. I give you another example. I had accident with my left foot with the forklift. After I stayed in the hospital about 1 month. When I came out of the hospital, because the government hospital, they don't want to give all service, they are very busy. So the specialist advised me to have physiotherapy on my foot privately. There was one small hospital which it was private. I went there for the physiotherapy. So the doctor there, he said to me, you should go to the hot country, it will be very good for your feet. I was very happy. So I said to the doctor, I said, tell my wife, because I work for a doctor medical mission, I love to go to India for Buddha Jayanti. So he started talking to me. He said, what do you do? What do you mean you spend a lot of time there? I said, we have caste system in India and our people are suffering from the caste. So that's why I go there. So he said, oh yes, I know. I said, what do you mean you know? He said, I had one lady working here with me. And one gentleman like you came here for the physiotherapy. I gave her the file, he was Indian. I gave her the file and I said to her, can you treat this patient? She took the file, she read the file, and she gave me the file back saying he was the owner of that hospital, small hospital. He said, she gave me that file and I said, I'm not going to treat that patient. He was surprised because as an Englishman, as a foreigner, he don't know. He said, why? You are employed here to look after the patient. He said, no, I am Brahman and he's a low caste. I'm not going to touch his part of the body, I will get polluted. So this has happened in India, in the United Kingdom. Pity that when we were doing research on this subject, when I went there, that hospital was closed. Otherwise his interview would be on the camera to tell the British Parliament that the Brahmin lady, she haven't even seen the person. Maybe he was a lawyer himself, maybe he was a chief engineer, maybe he was a professor. But without looking from the name, she said because he belonged to untouchable caste, she will not touch his body. Now, can you understand that in a country like India, like Britain, they went from here, they still carrying that in their mind. I could understand if somebody is dirty, he's smelling bad, okay. But somebody she hasn't seen, she don't know who he is, she don't want to touch because of the caste system. So I can go on and on and on. There are so many examples. I was walking in the shops near school. That happened 15 years ago. So I was walking behind. There were three girls walking in front of me and they were talking. So what they were talking? One girl said to the other, you know that girl, she is a chamari face. Now in North India, chamar is a cobbler. So what she is saying, that girl is a chamari face. So can you see the children born there, even the parents who was born in Punjab, that's what they are telling their children, that the cobblers or the sweeper, I'm using the word English, in the Punjab we call them chamar or bhangi, their faces. We are more handsome than them. I don't know about anybody else. You can look at my family. No Brahman is more handsome than us. We are more handsome than them. So that's what they got in their mind, that girl is a chamari face. So there are incidents happen. We should always remember Baba Sahib. What Baba Sahib had said, until this Hinduism will remain, the caste system will remain, because it is endorsed by their scripture. You name any of their holy books, they call so holy book. You name any of their holy books, they all talk about caste system. They all talk about how to hate the untouchables, how to treat the untouchable. They are subhuman beings. You take Ramayana, Gita, Mahabharata, all of their literature is full of it. So we must remember Baba Sahib's word until this religion will remain the caste system. Thank you.